Hey folks, Pastor Jason here. I trust you can join us this coming Sunday as we continue in our sermon series in the book of Daniel. If you were with us last week, we are in Daniel chapter 1, and we started our story of Daniel and Hananiah and Azariah and Mishael and thousands of other young people being taken into captivity from Israel to Babylon, 800 miles away from their home. And we all asked the question, God, why are you doing these things? Remember, God is sovereign. He has a plan. Nebuchadnezzar and all the other kings that have ever lived and will continue to live are just pawns in God's hand for God to complete his will and purpose in his world. So this coming week, we're in Daniel chapter 2. And Daniel and his three friends are influences in Babylon. And this week we see why they are there. Nebuchadnezzar has a dream, and there's no one in his kingdom that can interpret this dream, all but Daniel. Why was Daniel put there? For this particular purpose in life. God had Daniel there for an influence. And I want us to think about how we can be influences in our world, and we need to be in our jobs, in our homes, in our schools. We think about the abilities and gifts that God gave Daniel to accomplish that specific task. Well, God has gifted us, as tells us in the New Testament, as members of the church with gifts and abilities that we can use for him here serving God in the church. I'm standing here in our auditorium where we meet every week. What gifts and abilities has God given you that you aren't using, that you need to use for him in the body? To be an influence, maybe it's for a younger generation. Teaching a Sunday school class, being a youth leader, connecting with people with your gifts and abilities in the body of Christ. Yes, we need to be influences out beyond these walls as witnesses for Christ. But we can also be influences here to a younger generation. And so this week, I want you to come think about that. Think about what God has gifted you with, what talents and abilities that you can use for him. And maybe as we think about it, we're not using them the way we should. Maybe we're not using them as frequently as we should to serve God here at Faith Bible Church. I hope you can join us on Sunday as we continue to dive into the book of Daniel in Daniel chapter 2. God bless. Have a great week.
To learn more about Faith Bible Church, you can join us in person on Sunday mornings at 9 and 10:30 a.m. We are located at 3139 East Chestnut Avenue in Vineland, or visit us on Facebook Live during our 10:30 service. You may also check us out on YouTube, podcast, or visit our website at faithbible.org. Hope to see you Sunday.